Looking for Shadow Priest gear you can snag in Prepatch that lasts until Pre Raid BiS? Then my spreadsheet is exactly what you're looking for. It covers all the PvP gear with the cost per item in honor points and marks, how long each item lasts on your way to 70, which items replace them, where to get them, and of course the total number for just armor, weapons, and everything combined. If you're unaware of the PvP system changes that Prepatch brings, I'll cover that with an extra little secret tip later in the video, and also if you're interested in an explanation of the spreadsheet, the color coding and that kind of stuff, that's also later in the video. But for now, let's crack on with the gear in Prepatch that can last you until Pre Raid BiS. Alright Shadow Priests, you've got so many items to choose from that are worthwhile that I'm going to do my best to steer you towards the longest lasting items first. But if you're really looking to min-max the honor and marks you're going to need to earn and spend in Prepatch, you're going to want to click the link below and check out the spreadsheet for yourself, because almost all the items are great until 68 if not 70. With that said, let's jump into it. The PvP shoulders will last until 70 when you replace them with either Frozen Shadow Weave from tailoring or the drop from Shadow Labs. Next up are the PvP boots that again last until 70 when they're replaced with more tailoring gear or alternatives from an all-can-do quest at 68 or getting exalted with the lowest city rep, which again will require level 70. The PvP weapons are great and they'll last you until 70, though they are expensive big ticket items, so if you need to save yourself some time and resources for other items to grab, get the two-handed weapon and hold on to it until you have at least a good one-hand and off-hand combo from dungeons. And lastly on the top recommended list is the PvP wrists from Warsong Gulch. These last until 68 and are replaced alongside a quest line for another alternative item that I mentioned previously for the boots. Now I've got the PvP gloves, legs and head that last all the way to 68. That is a lot of items with a decent amount of longevity to them, but the chances of being able to farm all the honor and marks required for all of the gear mentioned so far is probably quite low for the majority of people, as I mentioned before, so check out the spreadsheet and see which items you feel you'll really need and get the most benefit from. As a bonus tip, the head can be replaced earlier at 66 in a Horde exclusive quest. And in last place, but only because of how great most of the gear is on the list, are the robes that last until 67 and are replaced by an easy quest in the Orkanai Crypts. So lots of gear here that make things a little bit difficult for you to decide which ones you should be getting, but I personally recommend you grab the shoulders, boots, braces, and weapons, as I feel this is the best way to go to get the most bang for your buck. The traditional rank requirement for gear is removed, as is the reputation requirement for rep gear. Instead, you accrue honor points for participating in battlegrounds, and each battleground rewards you its own respective mark. It's 3 marks for a win and 1 mark for a loss. You save those points and marks up to then spend on PvP gear. So that secret tip is that you can build up your reserves of honor points and battleground marks, which stack up to 100 by the way, in preparation for when you hit level 70. Then you can head straight to the PvP gear vendor and snag some seriously powerful gear the moment you dig, which can get you some Pre Raid BiS or better gear instantly. So the spreadsheet is laid out from left to right to show you the level 60 PvP item name, the item slot, honor point cost, the number of marks and which battleground you need to target to get those marks, a link to the item in the TBC Classic database, and then the name of the most solid item upgrade that you'll get in Outland, the earliest level that you can get that item, again a link to the item in the TBC Classic database, and then any comments that are worth bearing in mind and possible alternatives that you should consider. I've also got some color coding and effect as well, as I'm always updating these spreadsheets for all classes as part of my ongoing feedback from the community or discoveries that I make during my research. Green is for items that are strongly recommended. Yellow are still decent items but don't last quite as long as the others. Orange are recommended but they have comments worth considering. And finally, red for items that would be green and definitely worth picking up, but I'm holding out with a little bit of skepticism over these items and further research is required. If you can help out with these, please drop a comment or contact me on Discord so I can make further amendments as we go along. If you've got any items that I need to know about, please drop a message in the comments or ping me on Discord so I can take a look and update the spreadsheet as needed. Be sure to share this resource with guildies and friends, as I'll continue making my way through all classes and the relevant specs. Subscribe to see more videos, drop a like or dislike to let me know how you found the video, head over to Twitch and drop a follow to catch me live, and hopefully I will see you next time. Peace!